He's going to be disappointed with that. And the counter is on. Looking for the run. That's destined for the flank. Nedved crosses. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Vitinha. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. The cross. Marcelo. And it's Nedved. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now that looks a decent ball. He has a look up. Elects to... Bullet! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Spain really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Spain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that's not going to trouble anybody. He steps in, and that's the... Can he finish? And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Oh, he's been caught on it! Real chance! Goal! Spain! The first significant strike.
The goal scorer for Spain after 16 minutes is number 8, Vieira.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Passing is crisp and sharp. Seedorf is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. And he's managed to get free. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Van Nistelrooy finds himself offside. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Nicked it back promptly. Selangor ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Gullit unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Van Nistelrooy in the hunt and looking threatening. And it's Vitinha. Cristiano Ronaldo goes for a shot! And that's a good finish. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Selangor restore parity.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Desai gets his final warning. And that is high.
Cristiano Ronaldo has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
And here's Messi. There's the chance! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Chips it through. Vieira. Seedorf can so cleverly bypass the press.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit...
Decent chance! Goal! Spain! And again they hit the front. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Seedorf. Seedorf threads one in. Van Nistelrooy. Gerrard, never out of the action for very long. Vitinha, pass somewhat off target. Vieira. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And here's Seedorf. Whistle's gone, that's foul. Pullet ready to try one. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. He's gone for it! No, just not quite.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Gerrard. Passing nice and neat. And he's heaved it away. Back in possession and ready to go again. Rodri. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Great vision. Didn't quite work for him. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Substitution.
Spain are leading by one in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time.
Coming on the field is
So straight into the second half.
Shevchenko.
And this is Pullet. Gerrard has given away a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Vieira is the team's great visionary. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Can he get it through? Great ball if he can get there.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Seedorf. He's done well to get that clear. That has ended up in no man's land. Gerrard. And it's Vitinha. No, that's been intercepted. Gerrard. That has not gone well. Shevchenko. Silvestre. The less said about that pass, the better. Gerrard. And here's Shevchenko. Messi receives it in a wide position. It's a good spell of possession, this. Oh, that's a chance to shoot! It's a goal! Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is. It just keeps getting better and better.
What a moment of brilliance. Control and perfect accuracy.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
It's run loose, who's going to get there? And here's Yamal. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Yamal showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. It's a promising position. Hullet. And takes a shot! Rodri. And it's Gerrard. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Seedorf. Nedved. Oh, this looks sharp. Gerrard. Messi. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's had a shot! And it's in! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Substitution on the field, number 4, Shevchenko. Coming on to replace him is...
So we have movement on both benches.
Bruno Fernandes.
Selangor have their lead.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been...
He's having a shot! He's got a goal! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Substitution on the field, number 9, Vitinha.
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
24,
Selangor now in a position far more desirable.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Spain will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Rodri, closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Griezmann in acres of space out wide. De Ligt did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Messi. Desai. Now it's Bruno Fernandes. Pass is just off target. Vieira. That has been cut short. Knocks it into space. Now it's Griezmann. It's Griezmann! And how did he not put that away?
That's more like it. They have to force the issue, and that's the way to do it.
Looking for a runner. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Rodri is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Good read, needed to be. Marcelo. That has been slung wide. It's a chance for Spain to break. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Gerrard. And that is a little undercooked. Rodri. Gerrard. Tries to pass it through. Spain needed that. They really did. Gerrard! And that is wildly off target. He's looking wide. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Aimed beyond the defence. Nicely weighted ball. And that's that. Spain did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We are just getting started. Tries to... Van Nistelrooy! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Van Nistelrooy deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard is capable of taking a game by the scruff of...
Decent chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Darren Fletcher. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Nedved. Oh, it's Seedorf. Yamal. Darren Fletcher. Rijkaard. Now Schlotterbeck. Akanji is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Carvajal. De Ligt.
Persib Bandung definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up. Well, oh, he's having a go! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Persib Bandung with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Neymar goes short. And here's Neymar. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's a sharp pass. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Darren Fletcher plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And he's there to get it away. And he's had it nicked away. Yamal.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Not the most accurate pass. Thuram. And it's Gerrard. It's a chance for Spain to break. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Well seen, saw that coming. And the finish! Goal, Spain! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Spain have taken the lead.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Seedorf. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And here's Hullet. Nedved. It's run loose here. Stood up well to him there. Pass somewhat off target. Gerrard with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, this looks sharp.
Hullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Yamal. Good running, strong and purposeful.
Spain are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Carvajal. Gerrard. Aims beyond the defence. It's come to nothing. He's found a way through. Ah, that's a fine interception. And that signals the end of the first period. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Spain go in at half-time with a 1-0 lead.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Spain just ahead here in a tight game. They are 1-0 to the good. And here is the first touch of the second half. Spain currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Fletcher. And that is headed for the middle.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Neymar. Darren Fletcher. And De Ligt. And it's Fletcher. And now the breakaway. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Gerrard. And they win it back again. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper. Schlotterbeck. And Darren Fletcher. Gerrard. Van Nistelrooy. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And it's Seedorf. Oh, that's well spotted. Rijkaard. Spain are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Knocks it into space. Great chance! Goal! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Just about up to the hour now. Desai. And it's Thuram. That's Gerrard. Seedorf. And it's Gerrard. Carvajal. Vieira kept his eye on it, and he's there. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Neymar, facing up, goes for the shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Marcelo. Played back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here. There they go, hunting again.
Vieira. Now that looks a decent ball. Silvestre. And it's Neymar. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And he whips it across. Van Nistelrooy just eases him off the ball. Nedved. That's an imaginative pass. De Ligt. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Neymar, who does have an assist to his name. Seedorf. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Nicely weighted ball.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Gullit. Gullit was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Well, that's not the cross he had in mind. Gullit crosses it in, and the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Well, that pass isn't the best. And there's the shot! And that's a real chance missed.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Tries one from range. Superb from Doué. A finish right from the top draw. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Persib Bandung leading now.
Listen, when
It's Nedved! And that would have been some goal.
Nedved certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
And claimed it back swiftly. Doué, he is through here. Can he finish?
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. De Paul, it's a pretty loose pass.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Now it's Donatoni.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that.
There will be 4 extra minutes. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And there goes the final whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the game plan for me just looked a little confused, and the crowd seemed to pick up on this early on, and it just created a kind of negative vibe around the whole stadium, and I think this performance was one best deleted from the memory bank now.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim.